everyone, welcome to the last day of 12 days of polish. I can't believe this series is coming to an end, but it is. It's over. This is the last video. It's a little bit bittersweet. I've had so much fun filming these, but it's definitely consumed my life, and my house looks like a tornado has come through multiple times. But today we're going to talk about my favorite polishes of 2017. I'm not going to pull up the bottles. You guys are going to see swatches, but I'm not going to pull out the bottles because while the area behind me looks semi-okay, the surrounding areas are just an absolute mess because I had to re-swatch everything. So I'm gonna share with you. You're gonna see the swatches. We're just gonna go with it, okay? So my first favorite of the year should not be a surprise. This would not be my 2017 favorites if I did not include this video. In fact, many of you would probably be questioning, Jody, why didn't you include this? And that is Strawberry Milk from Sinful Colors. This was a part of the Candy Johnson collection. It's a soft matte, a lighter pink. What can I say that I haven't already said about it? It's just my favorite. It's just my favorite pink. My next favorite is from Color Club, and this should also not be a surprise to you, and that is Hot 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 Pants. This I picked up at Walmart, or in Walmart, at the beginning of the year as well, I believe. It was when Color Club had just made their appearance in the Walmarts, and I saw this. This was one of my very first Color Club purchases from Walmart. I mean, I purchased Color Club at Ross before, but that was so long ago and I didn't even like the polishes, so we're just gonna ignore that. This is just my favorite, like, pastel neon. The formulas, the pastel neon formulas from Color Club are fantastic. They are on the Crelly formula side, but I enjoy that. I don't know how many times I can say that. I enjoy them, but this is one of those polishes that I enjoy wearing on my toes as well as my fingers. I don't feel that way with every single polish, and not with every single one of my favorites from this year do I feel that way about, but this is one that I loved wearing on my toes during the summer, and I love it on my fingers as well. The next favorite is from Zoya. So believe it or not, this year was the year that my Zoya collection grew. I had only owned one Zoya polish. In January, December of last year, I only owned one Zoya polish, and that was Zoya's Harper, which is still my favorite Zoya ever. It was a polish that I saw online, and I knew immediately that I was going to buy it, and it's my first polish that I actually ever purchased online. But the polish that I picked up this year that I ended up really enjoying is Zoya's Dream. This is such... it's talked about so often, but I was never an online shopper. I mean, I would buy things online. Don't misunderstand me, but I didn't buy nail polish online, but this year was definitely the year that everything changed. And I bought Zoya on everybody's recommendation. I really can't tell you who I heard so many great things about this polish from, but I heard great things about it from everybody. So I picked it up and I enjoyed it. In fact, it's the polish, and I never posted the video. I actually was doing a jury duty, what I'm gonna wear to jury duty, because I was called for jury duty, and I wore Zoya's Dream. But then they canceled because my city was flooding. That was great. My next favorite is the Trend Glaze, and that is Simply Fabulous. This was from the Summer Rain collection, their summer release. This is a jelly blue, and I loved it. I love it now. I loved it then. It's beautiful. It's so gorgeous. I truly think that everybody should own this. Like, if you're looking for like a beginner's nail polish kit, this is the blue that you need to own. It's gorgeous. So earlier this year, I kept seeing Beautifully Bizarre by ORLY on Instagram. I would see it sometimes on YouTube, but most of the times that I would see it, it would be on Instagram. And I just finally was like, I need to buy this polish. I just need to buy it. So when I went in the store, let me tell you, I was blown away because it looks so much better in person. I don't care who photographs it. I don't care how well they photograph. This is just a polish that you need to see in person. It is so pretty. It's such a delicate pink, but it has this beautiful contrasting like blue-green shimmer. It's definitely not a combination that I would expect, but it works so well. Now we're gonna move on to my favorite Noodles nail polishes of the year. My first favorite is Berries and Cream. I've droned on and on and on about this. I said at the time when I think I first hauled it that it is the perfect feminine fall shade, and I stand by that now. But now that we're in winter and we're slowly getting closer to spring, I know we're so far away, but a girl can dream. I can see it as a spring shade as well. I can see it working for spring, and I love the color combinations. I really do. With that off-white base and like these berry glitters, the combination of the glitters is just gorgeous. And Noodles nail polish has fantastic formulas when it comes to the Crelly glitter mixes. I really don't think I've come across any other brand that can do a 2-coat Crelly, and they do it every time. My next Noodles polish favorite is Cranberry Twist. This is just, it's perfect for the season that we're in. It's perfect. It's a perfect Christmas shade, a perfect Thanksgiving shade. It's this perfect like berry red. There's so much depth to it when it comes to like these gold glitters. There's gold holographic glitters. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And if you want it to be a 1-coat polish, you can with a thick enough coat. Me, as I've said multiple times before, I like to go in with a little bit of a thinner coat. I like that first coat to be thinner because I feel like the second coat then has something to stick to instead of flooding my cuticles. And that's what I do with this one. I love it. I love it so much. And my last Noodles favorite of the year is Under the Sea. If you do not own this and you think you like it, you need it, okay? Because while the photos look gorgeous, the experience is so different. When you see the shift in the glitters and how they respond to that purple jelly base, it blows my mind. I mean, this combination is perfect. We have flakies, we have glitters, and then we have this purple base. It just goes together so well. And I've thought about buying a backup. This is one polish that I've definitely thought about buying a backup because I do not know how long she's gonna keep this up on the website. My favorite yellow of the year is Sally Hansen's Mum's the Word. I just talked about this the other day in one of my videos, and I discovered it this year, like I said in that video, and it's really been a favorite of mine. I didn't wear it so much in the latter half of the year, but I did earlier in the year before I was doing the Shop My Stash, and I gotta say, this formula blows me away because this is a yellow polish, and we all know yellow polish, the formulas are hardly ever good. In fact, I would say like 98% of the time they are not good. But this actually is fantastic. It's a 2-coater, and I'm confident in saying that this is a 2-coater. You're not gonna, there's no question about it. It is a cream formula, but it's like a creamy formula. Does that even make sense? Because when I think of OPI's My Twin Mimi, while it is a cream polish, it does not apply very creamily. Is that even a word? Probably not. But it doesn't apply creamy. It's very watery and patchy, and you can hardly ever get it opaque. I mean, if you put enough coats on, you could finally get it opaque, but definitely not 2 or 3 coats. My Twin Mimi was a total dud. But when it comes to Mum's the Word, you can get it opaque in 2 coats. It's really creamy. It has the perfect thickness. I love this yellow polish. Earlier in the year, Morgan Taylor released their Beauty and the Beast collection, and it was kind of difficult to get your hands on. At least that in my area, it was difficult to get my hands on because my Ulta wasn't carrying it. They were carrying the minis, but not even the like entire set of minis. There was like 2 boxes and they only carried one of the boxes, and I couldn't find the entire collection. But when I went to JCPenney's, they had some of the collection on clearance, and I picked up Plumette with excitement. This is the perfect blush pink, okay? There are times when I have to do things like an adult. I have to adult and I have to be presentable, and I can't put on a bold nail polish color. And so I have to, you know, if I want to wear polish, I need to put on something that's a little bit more subdued. And this is one that I would turn to. But this is one that, while it is subdued and it's appropriate for these more professional occasions, I still feel like I'm me when I'm wearing it. It's just so pretty. It's just pretty. When I think of the word pretty, I feel like this fits the bill. This is a very pretty blush pink. My last favorite is actually OPI's SUZI and the Arctic Fox. I was sure that Less is Norse would be my favorite, but turns out that I wore SUZI and the Arctic Fox a whole lot more than I wore Less is Norse. I've been wearing it quite a bit. I don't know what it is about it. I love it. I love that it's dark, but you can still tell that it's not black. It's just it's a darker chic color, and it fits with anything you wear. And if you're bold enough to wear a dark color to a professional setting, I think that this would be a great one to pick. And the formula is good too. And I mean, I have no problem with OPI brushes. I know some people do, but I appreciate a wider brush. So this was just overall, it would just, I loved it. I loved it, and I loved the collection that it came from. Now we're gonna move on to some honorable mentions. I tried to pare down my favorites, but you guys, these last two polishes deserve some, they deserve some time in the spotlight. The first one is KBSHIMMER's I'm ONYX. I'm not so much a fan of multi or duochromes, but when I saw this online, I was like, oh my goodness, the color combination, the shift is stunning, and I love those small hollow flakies in there. It's a polish that I felt a little bit underwhelmed when I received it in the mail, but once I got it on my nail, I was like, okay, yes, this is what I wanted. This is what I was looking for. So I love this, and I think it would look perfect with snowflakes. I don't know why, but I think I'm gonna do a snowflake mani with it. It's pretty. And my last favorite is SINFUL colors in your ELEMELON. This was kind of, I had a love-hate relationship with this one because SINFUL colors was calling this matte. This was part of their Pastel Neon Mattes collection. Was it pastel? Yes. Would I consider it pastel neon? Yes, but it was definitely not matte. And after they came out with the Candy Johnson Vintage Matte collection, I was looking for that soft matte finish. This did not give me that, but when you throw on a top coat, a matte top coat, it's so gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. I did a Skittles mani including this and a few of the other polishes from that same collection, and I loved it. I loved it so much. So those are my favorites from 2017. Now it is your turn to share with me your favorites of this year. I'm always up for, you know, finding a new favorite, so let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I hope the spirit fills your home with joy and comfort. I love Christmas. I love Christmas so much, okay? When I was a kid, my mom would tell me, no, you can't wake me up before this time. It was always like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Do not wake me up before this time, because I was the child that would set my alarm clock. I was that kid. But now that I have my own home and I'm with my own family, I set my alarm clock for 3 o'clock in the morning and I wake everybody else up. I don't think my kids will ever have the chance or the experience having to wake up their parents on Christmas Day. Because I'm the one waking everybody up. Anyways, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. I'm probably not going to be here for a week or so. Don't worry, I do plan on coming back, but I was thinking that maybe I would come back with a paint or stamp your nails with me. I really like those low-key kind of videos where you feel like you're really just sitting there with the person and you're just talking to them. I love those. I love them for when I'm painting my nails and for when I just need to keep my mind busy. So if you guys have any questions, maybe you want to ask me or something you want to know about me, you can go ahead and let me know in the comment section as well, and I will go through those when I'm doing that video. I think it would be so much fun. Is that just me? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in a week or so. Bye!